Okay, I'm working on activity 2.2. The no, I guess this would be number 4, a 2-point perspective of one of those objects. I've chose what I believe to be the easiest object because the path of least resistance. I have also taken the time to lay out the box that was on the guide sheet, and all I did is I put gray lines in here from corner to corner. Then I put additional gray lines, chopping the vertical in half, making sure that those lines go to the perspective or the vanishing point. And then the front side of this drawing, I divided into thirds, trying to make it a little smaller, third closer, the second third's a little larger, and the third third's a little larger than that. But I've used the corners and the vanishing points to set up and divide this box up. Then what I've done is I've taken this face here and laid it out there. I've taken this face here and laid it out here, and this face here and laid it out there. That's a great place to start because they touch the outside of the box and they're clearly defining of my project. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this line in right here. That's going to start here and go towards this vanishing point up here. I don't know how far it will go, so what I have to do is I've got to put myself a guideline. So I'm going to lighten my weight a little bit, and when I go down from this line here, that's going to tell me when that line will stop. If you look here, this line stops when it meets the vertical line coming down from that edge. So now I should have 2 line types up and ready, but I'll now go from there, and I'm going to go to that. So that's going to go to there to there. I then can fill in that line. I then can fill in this line, which comes down to that. I then can fill, oops, I'm going to have to come down from that, so I'm going to have to make myself a little guideline. I'm just doing guidelines in gray. So that's where that's going to stop. I'm going to then be able to fill that line going towards that point. So it's going to go right there. Oops, I'm going to undo that. I'm going to go from there to there, there to there, there to there, and I've just filled in that line, that line, that line, and this line, which is very helpful. Boy, it's getting easier now. I then certainly know that this line extends from that corner to that corner. I can fill that in. I know that this line goes from this corner to this corner. I can fill that in. This line goes from here to here, and that meets. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple of lines here to serve as guidelines. I'm going to put that one in. I'm going to put that one in, and then that will allow me to go from there, and I can just go that line to there, and that line to there, and that line to there. So now I can go ahead and, I guess, thicken up the lines a little bit, but you can see clearly that by using that box to set up to start, it makes it quite a bit easier. I just laid out the box, put in some halves, some thirds, and then reasoned my way through it. So that would be a 2-perspective drawing of that. Hey guys, the 2.2, the number 4 would be up here, and I'll shortly put it into YouTube. But yeah, it's not beautiful, but it's decent. It'd be a little neater if I weren't working in a strange program.